The rain hammered down on the bustling streets of New York City like nature's own drumbeat of despair. Ethan Harrington leaned back in the plush leather seat of his sleek black limousine, fingers tapping impatiently on his knee. At 48, he was one of the world's most powerful tech billionaires, a man who had built an empire from nothing, private jets, towering offices, and billions in the bank. But his heart had been empty for 10 long years. Ever since leukemia stole his wife and young daughter, work was his only companion. Now, before we go deeper, if you believe kindness still matters, if you believe treating every human being with dignity, so please like this video, share it, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to Silent Struggles, and also tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We love hearing from you. The limo slowed near the city's largest hospital. A piercing cry rose above the storm. Please, oh God, please someone help.
Save my daughter.
Ethan's head snapped toward the window. There, on her knees in the pouring rain, was a woman. Her clothes were soaked through, dark hair matted to her pale face. Tears mixed with raindrops as she held up a small, laminated photo of a little girl with bright eyes and a brave smile. People rushed past, avoiding her gaze. Something in her voice pulled at Ethan like an invisible thread. He, who never stopped for strangers, told his driver, "Pull over." Stepping out under his large umbrella, he approached her. She looked up, eyes wide with desperation and a flicker of hope. "Sir, please. My little girl Mia, she's only 7. She was born with a congenital heart defect. The doctors say she needs urgent surgery soon, or she might not make it. I've been begging everywhere. I work as a cleaner during the day and a waitress at night, but it's never enough. The hospital bills are crushing us. Please, any amount, even a few dollars, could make a difference. I beg you." Her voice broke. Ethan knelt to her level, ignoring the water soaking his expensive shoes. "What's your name?" "Sofia Ramirez," she whispered. "Mia is my world. Her father passed away 3 years ago in an accident. It's just us now. She's so strong, always smiling, drawing pictures even when she feels weak. But lately she can't even play without getting tired. I can't lose her. Please, sir, don't walk away like the others." Sofia poured out her heart. The tiny one-bedroom apartment, the sleepless nights, the brave face she wore for her daughter while crumbling inside. Ethan felt a long-buried ache stir. He remembered his own wife's desperate prayers at their child's bedside. Without hesitation, Ethan pulled out his phone. "This is Ethan Harrington. Contact the hospital administrator immediately. I'm covering the full cost of Mia Ramirez's surgery and treatment. Make it happen tonight." Sofia stared in disbelief, hands trembling. "Who are you? Why are you doing this?" "Someone who heard your plea," he said simply. "Take me to her." As they walked into the hospital together, the sterile lights and beeping machines brought back painful memories for Ethan. In the small room, Mia lay pale but smiled weakly when she saw her mother. "Mommy, is he the angel you prayed for?" Ethan's guarded heart cracked open just a little. He had no idea the single act of kindness would lead to twists that would change 3 lives forever. The hospital room felt smaller than it was. Walls of faded blue that tried but failed to bring comfort. Monitors beeped steadily beside Mia's bed. Tubes ran into her tiny arm, but her eyes still sparkled when Sofia rushed in with Ethan. "Mama, did you bring me a new story?" Mia asked, voice soft but hopeful. Sofia hugged her tight. "Sweetheart, this is Mr. Harrington. He's going to help us get you better." Ethan sat carefully beside the bed, feeling out of place in his tailored suit. The little girl studied him with curious eyes. "You look like a knight from my drawings," she said with a weak giggle. "Do you fight dragons?" Ethan smiled for the first time in years. "Maybe I do, Mia. What kind of adventures do you like?" For the next hour they talked, knights, dragons, and princesses who saved everyone. Mia showed him her drawings, colorful pictures of a happy family under a rainbow. One sketch looked eerily like Ethan's late daughter. His throat tightened. Sofia watched, grateful tears in her eyes. "I don't know how to thank you. No one has ever cared like this." Ethan arranged everything. Within hours, Mia was moved to a private room with the best equipment. He called the top pediatric heart specialist in the country and had the doctor flown in on his private jet. Bills vanished. Medicine arrived without question. Days turned into a gentle routine. Ethan visited every afternoon, canceling important meetings that once meant everything to him. He brought books, stuffed animals, and even arranged video calls with Mia's favorite cartoon characters. Sofia, exhausted from years of fighting alone, finally slept through a night. One quiet evening in the hospital cafeteria, Sofia opened up. "After my husband died, I thought the world had forgotten us. I work so hard, but every paycheck goes to rent and medicine. Mia keeps me going. She tells me, 'Mama, don't cry, we have each other.' Ethan shared a piece of his pain. I lost my little girl to illness 10 years ago. I had all the money in the world, but it wasn't enough. Seeing Mia, it feels like a second chance I don't deserve. Their eyes met across the table, two broken hearts finding unexpected comfort. Sophia reached out and touched his hand. You're already saving us, Ethan. That's more than enough. But the doctors had worrying news. Mia's condition was more complicated than they thought. The surgery carried higher risks than expected. Ethan's jaw tightened. He would not lose another child. He began making secret calls, pulling every string he had. Mia, sensing the grown-ups' worry, drew a new picture. The three of them holding hands under a bright sun. You're our hero, Mr. Ethan, she whispered before falling asleep. Ethan's cold walls were crumbling fast. He felt alive again, needed in a way money could never provide. Yet a deeper twist was coming, one that would shock even him. Tension filled the hospital corridors as Mia's condition suddenly worsened. The doctors gathered around her bed, faces serious. The defect is progressing faster than we hoped, the specialist told Ethan and Sophia privately. We need to move the surgery up, but it's riskier now. She may need additional support during recovery. Sophia's legs buckled. Ethan caught her, holding her steady as she sobbed against his chest. I can't lose her too, she whispered. I won't let that happen, Ethan promised, voice firm. He canceled a $1 billion merger that afternoon, something his board called insane. For the first time, money meant nothing compared to the little girl fighting in the next room. Late that night while Mia slept, Ethan and Sophia sat in the dimly lit waiting area. He told her everything, the car accident that took his family, the years of loneliness, the way he had shut out the world. I thought success would fill the hole, he said, voice cracking. But it only made it bigger. Until I heard your voice in the rain. Sophia wiped her tears. I was scared to trust anyone after my husband left us. But you stayed. You didn't just write a check and disappear. You came back every day. Their hands found each other in the quiet. A gentle warmth spread between them. Two lonely souls finding light in the darkness. Then came the twist that changed everything. The specialist reviewed Mia's full records and ran new tests. Mr. Harrington, your company has been quietly developing an experimental heart valve device that could make this surgery safer and less invasive. It's not on the market yet. You were planning to patent and sell it for profit. Ethan froze. He had forgotten about that project. It was just another revenue stream. Now it could save Mia. Without hesitation, he made the call. Release the device for Mia immediately. Make it free, and fast-track approval for any child who needs it. The team was stunned. His executives protested the financial loss, but Ethan didn't care. Some things are worth more than money. Mia's eyes lit up when they told her, You really are a knight, Mr. Ethan. As surgery day neared, the three of them grew closer than ever. Mia made them promise to have ice cream together when she got better. Sophia began to smile again, her heart healing alongside her. Daughters. Ethan realized he was no longer the cold billionaire who had stepped out of that limo. He was a man rediscovering what it meant to care. The night before surgery, he held Sophia's hand and whispered, Whatever happens tomorrow, I'm not going anywhere. The waiting room felt endless. Sophia paced while Ethan sat still, fists clenched, praying in a way he hadn't since he was a boy. Hours passed. Doctors updated them every 30 minutes. Complications arose. But the new device worked miracles. Finally, the surgeon emerged, mask down, smiling. She made it. Mia is stable and doing better than we dared hope. Sophia collapsed into Ethan's arms, both of them crying tears of pure joy. They rushed to recovery. Mia's small voice was weak but full of life. Mommy, Mr. Ethan, did the dragon get slayed? You slayed it, sweetheart, Ethan said, kissing her forehead. You're the bravest princess I've ever met. In the days that followed, Mia grew stronger. She laughed again, drew bigger pictures, and dreamed out loud about running in the park. Sophia and Ethan stayed by her side every step of the way. Their bond deepened into something beautiful and unexpected, two hearts that had found home in each other. Then came the moment that shocked everyone. At a small press conference beside Mia's bed, Ethan stood tall. I'm not just paying for one surgery. Today I am donating 90% of my personal fortune to create the Mia's Hope Foundation. It will provide free heart surgeries and care for children of single parents worldwide. No child will ever have to beg in the rain again. Gasps filled the room. Reporters scrambled. His board stared in disbelief. But Ethan only had eyes for Sophia and Mia. Money never healed my pain. Kindness did. One desperate plea on a rainy night reminded me that we are all connected. True wealth is what we give away. Sophia looked at him with love. You saved us. and we saved you right back. Mia reached for both their hands. Does this mean we're a family now? Ethan smiled through happy tears. Yes, little one, forever. Months later, Mia ran through Central Park laughing without getting tired. Sophia and Ethan walked beside her, hand in hand. The foundation had already helped hundreds of families. Ethan had stepped back from daily business to focus on what mattered: love, family, and paying kindness forward. In a world that often feels cold and divided, one man's decision to stop, listen, and act with his whole heart proved that selflessness can heal the deepest wounds. We don't need to be billionaires to change lives. We only need to choose compassion when it matters most. A single act of kindness doesn't just save one child, it ripples outward, lighting the way for us all.